Episode 65, boys. Here we are, back again at the Quick Hands Rugby League podcast. This is the pod that tells it like it is, and I'm here with the usual crew. Georgie, Artie, we're back.
How you going,
we're
everyone?
here again.
3 rounds in.
Another round gone. In the can.
In the can.
There you
That's
go.
right, in the can. George,
can.
where's round 3?
In the can, Nicola.
It's
in the can.
We
We're
let
going to bring
that
that
go this
back.
year, haven't we?
Got to bring that back.
We just have.
We'll bring that back. How good was the weekend?
Yeah, it was good.
Some carnage
it was good.
come out of it.
Oh, no. I just saw his face and it was like blank.
Yeah, it was depressing. But no, it was good, mate. It was good. Some good footy played.
Some good games.
Yeah.
Some good games. George, as usual, you want to open it up for us?
Thank you, Nicola. First of all, I'd like to apologise to everybody in terms of I'm not feeling the best. I've got a bit of a head cold, so if I cough or if I sound a bit nasally, sorry, but I'm not feeling well. I actually nearly pulled the pin today, Nicola, but I'm a little bit emotional, so I thought I'll jump on and say my piece. And that's the other thing. If I talk out of turn, if I say something absolutely ludicrous, I'm apologising now. Before, so yeah, look, before, unlike Latrell, I'm just apologising. Latrell didn't do it, so let me
Just
do
do
it.
me one favour. If you ever do pull the pin, let me know before I leave the city. All right.
You know what? You're nutty can do it. You'll be good. Anyway, Nicola, I want to talk about these issues. I want to talk about head clashes. I want to talk about contact. I want to talk Latrell, and I want to talk journos, and I want to talk a little bit NRL, maybe agenda.
Go for it.
Maybe agenda. On Thursday night, Nicola, there was a head clash between Walsh and
Was it May?
Taylor May. Yeah.
Taylor May. They had a head clash. We see head clashes all the time, and the game got pulled up, and the referee said care of duty.
Duty of care.
Sorry, duty of care. Sorry. Yeah, he said it's a penalty. It's a duty of care, and I said
I just saw a head clash.
Duty of care. What the fuck is a duty of care? Is it in the rule book? And wait a minute, can I just say something? I've watched that hit many a times, and I've slowed it down heaps, and the boy wonders put it on a super slow mo, and he didn't say duty of care. He said duty to bend.
Duty to bend.
He said duty to bend. Now let me tell you something. The boy wonder put that super slow mo. Now from Reece passing the ball, okay, and from May setting himself, crouching to tackle him, and then when the ball left Walsh's hands, they to brace themselves because they knew they were going to hit. How long do you think that sequence took?
It's a split set. You can't. You have to look at it in normal
give me
play.
some time. How long?
You can't slow this stuff down.
How long?
It's just
How long did it take? So Reece Walsh,
a third of a second.
three quarters of a second.
3/4 of a second.
Wasn't too
We
far
slowed it down, and we worked out from Reece passing, May bending. Then when he passed the ball, they were going towards each other, so they braced to hit. So they both sort of stood up. That sequence took 3/4 of a second.
That's plenty of time.
And
mate.
this is my favourite part. Someone who weighs 100 kilos is supposed to adjust themselves in that time period.
Duty of Ben. What the fuck? Duty of Ben.
You know what it is? It's,
Please,
it's no,
please. I was angry, Nicola.
It's no different. It's no different to. It's no different to having a duty of care when you're making a tackle, as in trying to avoid hitting someone in the head. But that was as pure accidental head clash as you'll ever see, I think. And do either of you guys honestly think we're going to eliminate head clashes from the game? Like, it's always going to happen.
There'll be no elimination.
unavoidable.
As if players would go there with intent to do a head clash. I'm going to get him with that. It's dumb.
It's,
like
I know
honestly,
exactly right. It's not a stiff arm. It's like I'm going to lead with my head.
Like, there's some that do, but you know when they're going to do that. You know, I think Roy Hargraves, I got caught with one, I think, ages ago, but that clearly wasn't. Taylor Main wasn't leading with his
The problem
head.
is that they feel like they have to punish someone for an injury. Like it's an accident. Just get on with it.
It was an accident,
It
and
happens.
they do happen. It's a
It
contact
happens.
sport.
What's the game coming to? What is the game coming to
Hello.
when two heads collide, an accident, and we're putting on someone on report? He was lucky he didn't get sent off. I heard he was lucky. If Sutton had his time again, apparently the man of feathers said and Dumbo said they will be sent off.
So thank you, because you sound like me last year.
I'm with you, and I'm going to get to that because I'm with you all the way.
So Annesley sort of said it too, didn't he, today?
Well, it's
That it should have been.
this comes from
That's absurd.
This comes from rugby. If that happened in rugby, Nicola, he would be sent off. But how? I don't know what I'm watching. I don't know what I'm watching.
Why?
I'm not watching. So let's work something out, okay? Now, I know that Andrew Dumbo and Peter Feathers, they don't want contact. Let me tell you something. You know when there's a 6-year-old kid and you take him down to the local football ground there, let's say the Winston Wizards, okay? They run on the field at 6 years old, okay? And some big Tongan runs to them. They try to tackle them. They get in contact. Then they run to the sideline to their mother and say, Mom, I don't want to play this game. This is not for me. That's not a problem. That is not an issue. You know what? There's games, sports for these kids. You know, GAFL, soccer, Scrabble.
Hey.
Scrabble.
Are you picking on my sport?
Why are you picking on soccer
Wait a minute. No.
Soccer.
Different
That's
sports.
hey.
I'm
Killing
talking,
me, man.
I'm
What's happening?
talking different sports. You know, darts, they can play Monopoly. I don't care. But that's not their sport.
That's fair enough.
Guess what? The other 6 in that team not only liked it, the contact, they were chasing the contact.
Yeah.
They want the contact. They need the contact.
Yeah.
You know
They
what I
get
mean?
coached to
What-
chase the collision.
You know what? Why do I watch the game for? Why do I watch the game for?
Fucking hallelujah.
I watch the game.
Seriously, I was
I
saying
watch
this
the
a year
game.
ago.
I watch the game for contact, and not even, you know what comes with contact? Emotion. I want to see an emotional game. When I see two teams which score 50 points each, okay, that's not emotion. They're just going through the motions, okay. But get contact, defense equals emotion. Get it through your head, Peter Dumbo. Or what is it? Peter Feathers and Andrew Dumbo. You guys are on the wrong track. Seriously, okay. Whatever it is. You know what? It's easy. No. It's very easy, Nicola. Tell us we don't want any contact in the game. That's not a problem. No issue. We can play tag. They can put all those shorts on and rip the tags on so I can go and watch something else and not waste my time with this supposedly liar of a game, because the two guys, Dumbo and Feathers, are lying.
But,
not only to us, sorry, Nicola, not only to us, but to how many people live in America?
Yeah.
How many millions, billions?
Yeah.
They're lying. You're the liars. Unbelievable. Nico.
But you know what, George? At the end of the day, they didn't send him off, which was a good result. And the game continued, and he stayed on the field. And I don't think he's serving any suspension. So in the end, the right decision was made, thank God. But what's happening afterwards is just made it worse, because everyone's complaining about it, which is
well, the
just
airways.
dumb.
I'll tell you what I got angry. All the airways, on the airways. Sorry, they're all agreeing that he should have got sent off. He should have got a fine, this, that. It's duty of care, duty of Ben. No one knows the duty of Ben because the Wonder Boy,
I've never heard
myself,
of that in my life.
never heard of it. Nicola, there's more here. There's more here. There's much more here, Nicola. I smell a conspiracy.
No.
I smell a conspiracy.
Talk to
Okay,
me.
listen to this, okay? Reece Walsh, okay, as we know now, smashes his cheekbone.
Yeah.
Smashes it.
Yeah.
Goes in for a HIA, Nicola.
Yeah.
Goes into the rooms. The doctor looks at him.
He says you're all right.
You're good.
Yeah.
Other guys trip over their thongs. Okay.
We see it every
What?
weekend.
And not only, wait a minute. Not only not that they can't play that week, they can't play next week either.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. We see
He was
it
on the
every
ground
weekend.
ready to run on.
Yeah.
I can't believe it, Nicola.
It's the blood vision
In
that
what
stopped him.
world?
So the independent doctor pulls the guy off because the ball hit him in the head. Not another player, the ball, right?
Absolutely.
It was a hard hit, right? But it's the ball. And we see other players getting up stumbling. Where's the independent doctor? Is he having a cigarette break?
Reece smashed his cheekbone, Nicola.
And he got nothing. He was allowed to get back
He came
on.
back out on the sideline.
He was going to go on.
And they were passing him the ball and he couldn't see it.
He was going to go on. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
You know, and
exactly.
then we found out that he's got he smashed his cheekbone.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate fuck you. Okay. How can you justify this, Nicola? Can you understand why I'm emotional? Can you understand why I'm emotional?
That should be investigated more than the actual hit.
They weren't investigating.
Exactly
this time-
that. The fact that they would let him go back on with a fractured cheekbone.
All this time, and I know we've been at loggerheads sometimes, right? But all this time that I've been complaining about this sort of thing, it's when I say it's not the game that I grew up watching. It's not, but it doesn't have to be anymore. Because the reality is, the three of us, we're not the future of rugby league. They don't give a shit. Like, all this time, we've been going, you know what? I miss the game that I grew up watching. I miss the shoulder charges. I miss the fights. I miss the roughness. I miss all that stuff. That's what attracted me to the game in the first place. But the reality is that we're not the audience that they're aiming at now. We're not the market. It's the kids. They're growing up watching a different game, and they only know what they know, the way we only knew what we knew.
They're wrong.
I know that because at the end of the day, this game's basically turning into NFL. It's going to take 4.5 hours for one game, right? 10 years from now. But when I always say, this is what I'm always referring to, right? All these, they feel like there's a great collision, so someone has to be punished for it. Why? There's a great. I'm not talking about the head clash. I'm talking about in general.
I know
right?
what you mean. I don't.
Why does someone have to be punished for it?
Here's something else for you, Nicola.
So, George, back to that, what you were saying before. So you're saying that because it's Reece Walsh.
He's the pin-up boy.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, we know that Feathers, okay, Peter Feathers wants to make him the face of rugby league.
That's
Yeah.
He
Peter
said it.
V'landys, by the way.
He said it. It's not. I'm not making it up. I haven't read it. He said it.
Yeah.
On television, on he said he wants Reece Jones to be the face of rugby league.
Reece Walsh. But do you even have to go that far? Turn the clock back a week and you've got Latrell Mitchell saying, fuck this, fuck that, fuck
We'll get
you,
to that.
and there's no punishment.
We'll get to that in a minute. So, and you know what I found interesting? Okay, okay. Penrith was doing Penrith things and taking souls out of people. Okay, and that's what I'm dubbing them now, the soul takers. Okay, they were just doing their thing, taking somebody's soul just for a laugh. Okay, and the referee was doing everything in their power to keep the Broncos in that game. So let me explain something. When you're on top and your ruck speed is quicker than the other team. Me and Nico have had many conversations about this. Usually, you get the penalty because you're just that one step ahead. So you're just one step you get up quicker, just that little one step, and
That's why the
like
better teams tend to get things, decisions go their way. Yeah.
Guess who's getting the penalties in the ruck? The Broncos. How? Wait a minute. So we got now we got Reece Jones. Reece Walsh.
Where did you get Jones from?
I don't know. Reece Walsh passes his HIA. The referee.
He's fired up tonight.
Yeah.
The referee Sutton, which is a disgrace. He's probably the worst referee that we got. Sutton trying anything and everything to keep the Broncos into this game. So it's easy. This is another one. Really easy. If Peter Feathers and Andrew Dumbo want every year to have a grand final of the Roosters and the Broncos, tell us now. Tell us
So
now.
now you're saying there's an agenda against Penrith.
Yeah. No. Wait a minute.
I'm asking.
No. The agenda is for the Broncos, the highest rating team on television.
But do you think?
And wait a minute, the Roosters, the highest rating.
Yeah.
Okay, check it up. Because I did.
Yeah.
The highest rating team on television are those two teams. Now, if they want that grand final every week, tell us. We won't have to go watch any rugby league.
I think year 2000 was the only time we saw that grand final. Am I right?
Well, he wants it again.
Roosters, Broncos.
He wants it again, Nicola. He wants it again. Okay.
What can I tell you?
Okay. Well, I think that there's more.
Let's hear it.
There's more. Okay.
There's more.
But wait, this is like a Dentel commercial.
There's more. Let's talk Latrell.
No.
Let's
One of
talk
my
Latrell.
favourite topics.
You know what? I've been defending this guy for many years because I still believe he's the most damaging ball runner in the game. But
When you're elbowing people in the face,
But
yeah,
I'm
sure.
going to go like this, and I'm going to look down the camera and say, Latrell, you are a disgrace. And I hope they clip this up. You are a disgrace, Latrell.
What
Okay.
did he do, by the way? Did I miss something?
Well, look at him.
No,
Look at
like,
him.
did I-
Look at him. He's going to get rid of JD because he feels like getting rid of JD. He doesn't feel invested.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
He doesn't feel.
Dimitri.
He doesn't feel invested.
Wait, hold the phone, Chuck.
He doesn't feel. Look,
They're both look.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Before you go on, okay, we'll go back to the ultimate when he went on television and he said the F word 6 times. And you know, and I know, he knew what he was doing. He knew what
Who are
he
you
was doing.
talking to?
Latrell.
I'm talking about me. You don't have to convince me.
He knew what he was doing, and not only that, check his social post the day after.
I know that.
about being on the truck, and the truck doesn't talk back to me. And then we had Dumbo asking him to get together to have a meeting. Wait a minute. Who's the boss?
Wait a
Remind
second.
me, who's the boss? Isn't Peter
Phillips.
Flowers and Andrew
if
Dumbo the bosses? You don't ask anything.
If you go back to last week's pod, this is every point that I made.
Well, you know what I'm bringing this up? Because
Why?
I didn't believe it. But guess this is a point here. So wait a minute. We got Latrell gets away with murder. And he should be in the red. Because me, I'll sack him. I wouldn't want to play like that type of rubbish in my club to infect them all with his shit. Okay. Then you've got Reece Walsh.
What did he do wrong?
Wait a minute. Then you got Reece Walsh.
Poster boy.
Poster boy. Okay. Don't forget Israel Man. Don't forget Israel Man.
All right.
Wait a minute. You got Cody. I see a pattern here. I see a pattern here, Nicola. I see a pattern. Okay, I believe.
Wait
a minute.
What am I missing?
Wait a minute. I believe there's one rule for our Indigenous brothers and one rule for the rest. I believe it. I believe it. That's my opinion.
Well, Paul Kent actually
It's
alluded to
my
that
opinion.
too.
It's not Artie's opinion. It's not Nicola's opinion. And they will weigh in. I honestly believe that. There is one rule for our Indigenous brothers and one rule for the rest. I don't know if I'm true. I don't know.
There's
I don't know
only
if it's
one
true.
thing that you said there that I disagree with.
What's that?
That he's trying to get rid of the coach.
Well, wait a minute. I agree
That's
there.
the coach that's been defending him
Wait
this
a
whole
minute.
time, right?
Wait a minute. I agree. JD isn't strong enough to coach.
That's a whole nother.
To coach
topic,
those type of players. You know what? Maybe you should give him St. George Illawarra youngster team there in Wollongong, whatever. But he's not
But
good
can I
enough.
ask you a question? When we sat here basically a year ago and I said he's not the coach that I think you guys think he is, what did you think I meant by that?
I don't know, but you're right. I'm wrong.
No, but what did you think I meant by that?
I wasn't sure.
Okay.
But what's he got to gain
Not
from
that
that?
he's not that he's a bad coach.
It's not a bad coach.
Because we know he's not a bad
not a bad
coach.
coach.
But coaching at that level, it's about managing personalities. It's no different to managing a team anywhere at work in any kind of environment. It's about managing a group of personalities. That's the tough part.
Yeah.
And this guy's got a team with big personalities in it.
Yeah, but George, what back to your conspiracy theories here about the Indigenous having the being looked after.
It's different rules.
What's Valenti's going to get out of that? Like, why would he do that? What's the reason for it?
PR.
I'll bring it back down. Okay,
PR.
It's a community thing. So we're all very careful. You know that. You know this. I know this. You blokes are in the corporate world. Okay, we're very careful about what we say, how we say it, and especially to our Indigenous brothers.
God forbid someone gets offended.
And I don't disagree that. Yeah, we've got to be careful in this day and age.
Yeah.
What we say in general to everybody. You know what I mean? We're not going to call someone, this, that, or the other thing. Okay, but so what happens in a rugby league environment, especially when it comes from the top, it's really glaring. Now, our Indigenous brothers will take us for a ride, like they did with the Israel Man thing. I mean.
But you know what?
Everybody came out and supported him.
You know what I was saying about Latrell last week? I was
supported-
saying just shut up.
Yes.
And play footy.
Well,
because
yes.
he's out there getting himself in the headlines for reasons that have nothing to do with him. and he's dragging his club into the headlines for the same reasons.
Well, did you watch
right?
him? Did you watch him?
He was all over the media with his Instagram post and all that stuff. This has got nothing to do with you. It's not your job to stand up and defend the Indigenous culture. Someone made a complaint. Let him deal with it. It's got nothing to do with you. They always talk about. He always talks about. I'm a victim of racism. I'm a victim of racism. Everyone's racist, right? Well, how many? I've said this before. How many times do you hear? And it's a great thing that they do. Latrell Mitchell and Cody Walker are up at 4:30 in the morning to drive out to casino and put on a clinic for a bunch of Indigenous kids. Well, I've said it 100 times. Go to fucking Burwood Park and do it for a bunch of wogs. Right? Because for me, it's racist when you're only doing it to the one group. What about all the other groups?
Yeah, look,
Why don't they get clinics from you guys?
And don't forget, this week was in a multicultural week. And you know what? Good for the clubs putting things on, because I didn't see anything from the hierarchy. Because if it's an Indigenous round,
it's not Indigenous; it's multicultural.
Wait,
Multicultural.
No. I didn't see the league put on anything. The clubs put something on.
Yeah,
they put some music, some dances, whatever. But I didn't see the leagues. Now, if we had an Indigenous round, the league, forget the clubs would chime in too. But the league, the television ads they buy, the television space they buy.
Different. It's the same reason if someone in America, if an ESPN reporter says the wrong thing, they get sacked, right? It's because the company they work for, they've probably got shareholders. You know, they don't want the bad press. It's all about PR. That's what it boils down to. You know, do you think it's a coincidence? And now I'm going to get called sexist for saying this, but this sounds like it's going to be a controversial episode anyway. Do you think it's a coincidence that every anchor on every rugby league show is a female?
No, it's not a coincidence. Of course.
Why do you think that is? Do you know why that is?
There's 50% of people in this world are women.
No, that's not the reason.
What's the women?
The reason, because if you go and look at junior numbers, all the kids are playing soccer. Right? There's the group of kids playing rugby league is a minority. So a very long time ago, someone in the hierarchy realised, what did I say to you when you told me my sister was pregnant with twin boys? I said you got a halves combination.
Oh, halves combination, that's it, yeah.
What chance did those two kids have of playing rugby league?
Zero in Buckley.
You know why? Because Anna's the boss.
That's right.
That's the case across the board. So they knew back in the 90s, if we don't start getting the women on board and showing them this game is safe, it is okay, kids, we're going to have less and less, because they're sending all their kids to play soccer. By the way, what did Anthony do? He played soccer.
Played soccer, yeah.
Right?
Played soccer.
Because they were scared, you know. So, and that's all fair enough. I'm not having a go. But then you have the whole equality, sexism thing, and that's all fine.
It's diversity.
No dramas, all of that. But is it not sexist? Is it not sexist when every show has to have a female anchor?
It's diversity.
Because it's not diverse.
That's how the world is now.
It's not diverse because a male can't occupy that role.
Yeah.
So it's not diverse at all, is it? Every rugby league show's got a female anchor, with the exception of 360. How long is it going to take?
Can I just say something about that in terms of, this is my personal opinion. The women on any of the panel shows, especially the knowledgeable ones, which all of them are, I actually enjoy. I don't
have a problem with it. I'm just making a point. I'm just making a point.
Yeah. No,
I don't have a problem with it, by the way.
I understand what you're doing.
And by the way, I thought Belinda Sharp did an exceptional job refereeing that game on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, she was
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were there.
Did she do any worse than any of the male referees?
Yeah, I'm not going to go there. I don't want to refereeing St George games.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't like her.
You can fill us in then, because maybe I'm missing
I watched
stuff,
it in 2 games. She's refereed 2 St George games, and both of them have the same pattern. I don't like her.
Okay, fair enough.
And just
St George.
let me wrap this up. And in terms of the last thing I said, and Nico asked me the question, I think it's a society issue, because NRL reflects sport in general, reflects society, but it's just me observing things, watching rugby league over 40 years, and that's what I'm seeing in front of me. I want to put a fist up a couple of people's bums. Michael Carianis. You know what? When I started reading Michael Carianis, he had something to say, Nicola. He was objective. Written very well. Always did his research. Then he went to the telly and met Buzz. Then you got Bulldog Richie. Now, Bulldog Richie brought out a story last week about Benji. Now, apparently he made some phone calls and found out that Benji doesn't want to work 24 hours in a day coaching the team, Nicola.
Did all right this week.
Well,
Did real good.
well, that's what I was going to say. Now, I don't know where you got your research, Bulldog. You've become from a fact writer to an opinion piece writer. Listen, do yourself a favour, keep away from Buzz and Carrie Arness, and fact check your stories because you're gonna be
Buzz's disciples, are they?
well, you know what, Adi? Let me tell you something. The Buzz type of journalism is gone. It's over. You'll see in time. Okay, how much more shit can you feed us? How much more shit can you feed us? How much more shit can you feed us? You know what? I love Kenty. I'll tell you why. Buzz says something, and he goes, and Buzz, someone you saw someone. I can't say that. You know what I mean? So you fact check what's that. Look, it's more a gut feel. Okay, so you just read the story, Buzz. Yeah. Look, I'd say I'm right. Yeah, but who told you, Buzz? And so Buzz I could be a journo then. I could just write anything randomly. Yeah. You know, I could write that story about Benji, and then you know what? Carrie Arness the other day added up all the 3 grades, the losses. Okay, and what he's saying 96-0 or whatever. You know what I mean? Or 2. I don't know what he did. I won't read the idiot. But for God's sake, you know what I mean? You know, be a journalist. You know what I mean? Have some respect for yourself. Okay, I guess clickbait makes you money. I don't know. I don't care. But, you know what? Did you go to uni for a reason? Do a Buzz. I don't care. Buzz is going to retire next year and you know, you blokes are going to carry on the torch. Good luck. But I won't be reading you blokes anymore.